Hey everyone, I'm Andy,
I'm Dan.
and this is the More Gooder podcast. I grew a pet service company from working in the back of one van to having 30 plus employees and having a multi-million-dollar operation.
I left a career in finance, started my own CrossFit gym. Now we're building a pretty big company. We're going to share the stories that we learned along the way. We love small businesses and we hate working for people.
And we love helping people just like you.
So we're going to share the mistakes that we've made along the lines so that you don't make those mistakes and you never have to work for anyone ever again. Did you see his new video?
What? He dropped?
You got to check real quick. He gets naked in it.
What do you mean? Nah, this would be a treat for later. It's like you don't want to have your dessert now, but you have your dessert later.
Have any ideas? I have a couple, but I kind of want to hear if you have ideas.
For this right now.
Yeah. Do you have a topic? I have 2 or 3.
Yeah, hit me one. Give me some of the topics. I'll let you know which one I like for right now.
Yeah. Topic 1 would be, I guess we're going to be a little more business, right?
Yeah, of course.
Entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think you're just kind of born to do it? Topic 2. I kind of forgot topic 2.
Is that it?
I didn't prepare for this, really.
That's the perfect way to do it.
Yeah. Why are we doing this?
Why are we doing this? We're doing this in my opinion, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Well, there's actually a couple of reasons.
I think it's one big thing.
It is?
I think you're bored.
Boredom. When business is good, it's boring.
That's right.
There's like this peak of like, oh, it's growing or like a new thing, and then you get bored immediately. And you go, okay, now it's just systematic. Let's just keep the systems going.
Yeah.
And then to me, that's very boring.
I think that's why it'd be cool to be a consultant.
Because it's always
just like start up new businesses all the time.
But do you also think that potentially the consultant's like, oh, this is the same problem?
Yeah, it's the same thing over and over again. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But the one thing was we went over on the whiteboard earlier today. We just went over like a complete breakdown of what our marketing should be now through break, basically now through the kids' break. What am I saying? Summer break. So we come up with a full marketing schedule. We came up with a full breakdown on how it should be done, how much the ad spend should be, and then
that made you bored.
Yeah,
like that was the best part of my day.
I know,
because I feel like we're creating a vision for the company.
Mm-hmm.
We're strategizing.
Mm-hmm.
You've never done ads before, so I don't get why it's boring. I think the thing that is boring for you is the result of getting where we want it to go. Like if the marketing and the planning is not the boring part, but like if it all works, your business is 5% bigger or 10% bigger, and that's not exciting.
No, because you're talking 5 or 10% bigger. I truly think the service industry is like, if you do a good job and you show up every day and you work real hard, it's going to scale and you're going to get 80% of the gains just from doing that. Because even to this day,
right,
spending $10,000 a month on marketing, 60% of all of our new clients are word of mouth.
Yeah, that's true.
60%.
But that's because of where you are.
But I've gotten here just from client referrals over and over.
If you spent $10,000 on day one, that wouldn't be true.
Okay.
That only works for an established business. You've been around for how long?
But also the value of one client when you're 1/3 of the size is much more than one client now. And we see 250 clients a week.
Do you not think it's important for small businesses to do ads?
I think it's more important for small businesses to do the little things in-house right. Like, I think ads is the cherry on top. I think if you go and you open up it's maybe a bad thing, but like if you go and open up a deli, like go there, make sure the sandwich is wrapped perfectly, not sloppy. Like those things, and training your employees to do those little things, I think are going to carry you way further than ads.
If you were to start a new mobile grooming company, new mobile clients,
no money,
you got money.
Okay.
You got, let's say you already had the van. Let's say, all right, you're not going to start mobile because that's a lot of money. Okay. $100K for a van, 60 to 80 for used.
Sure.
So if you were going to start a grooming in your house, or you're going to people's houses, they're going to come to your house. So you got a low budget, like clippers, scissors, products, right? Yeah. That was kind of all you need. do you just say I'm going to be really, really good and just start slowly building my book, or do you start putting some ads behind it?
Personally, me personally, and I'm not saying it's the right way. I would just do a really good job
Mm-hmm.
and do a lot of organic, like networking with vet offices, other groomers,
Right.
pet facilities like this that maybe might not have haircut and grooming. A lot of these facilities only have like bath and blowouts.
Right.
Um, I think there's, I think ads make you lazy a little bit
Maybe.
because it makes up for all these little things. Like literally, if I had $0, there's a million things I can do today
Of course.
with $0 that I can get people to do.
All right, but the other side is we were getting like $4 or $5 cost per leads.
Mm-hmm.
If you took, let's do 4 times 4. If you spent $10 a day for 1 month, okay, was that $300?
Okay.
If you took $300, we both agree that's nothing if you're starting a business. If you're not willing to invest $300, get a job and save it up, or get a job and stay there.
Right.
$300 would be a nice bump for you're going to get that money back. Why not? Why not?
Here's one thing you're not considering.
Mhm.
For a small business, they should be focused on running their business perfectly.
Okay.
Okay. You think these ads are easy because it comes easy to you, not because you have years of experience with these ads.
Okay.
Someone like me who I just don't put I couldn't see myself doing that. If I'm trying to start a business, I'm trying to do everything perfect. I'm doing follow-ups, I'm doing reach out, I'm doing
Sure.
everything.
But you don't have anyone to follow up with. You have no clients.
I get what you're saying.
Can I take a stab at you?
Okay.
I think you started with a company that already had some momentum.
To a degree, yeah.
You didn't
for
start
sure.
this company from scratch.
From $0. No.
If you started with 0 dogs, you might be in a different scenario. Because I think a lot of people starting businesses, the biggest problem is getting their first 5, 10 clients, one client.
Mhm.
Think about if you don't have a big budget, how do you get your first client? You have like really
Friends and family.
and you hope that networks out. But that's going to be slow. Like, how many friends and family can you grow with quickly? Are you going to be so booked that you're worried about reach outs? You're going to have free time.
Right. You certainly are. I do think when you say just put ads out, you say it in a very blanket statement.
I found a YouTube video from Big Little Gyms. It was free. I ended up paying for them, but I got like 90% from that YouTube video. I watched the
Of how to
video.
break down all the ads.
It was 20 minutes long.
Okay.
I followed it, maybe an hour long. I followed it verbatim. Just click the buttons he clicked. And then I went and filmed. We filmed, actually. You did it of me wearing that sweatshirt. It took us 30 minutes
I
to
do remember that. Yeah.
So it was an hour on my part to set up the ad, 30 minutes to film. We're talking 2 hours maybe.
Right.
And then it runs for the whole month. 2 hours and $300. And if you're getting $5 leads,
Mm-hmm.
that's 60 leads a month. I'm taking that all day. For a new company with no clients other than friends, families, and whatever little referrals come.
Okay. That's I get you're not wrong.
Thanks.
I think I'm more wrong than you.
I like that.
But at the same time,
so
I do
hold on. Am I more better?
You're more better.
More gooder.
More gooder. Like the idea of like there's a planned business. I feel like most small businesses just spawn from like a side hustle.
Yeah.
And then when you're doing a side hustle, like whether it's you're knitting on Etsy, you're not thinking of putting ads out. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh, I'm getting busier somehow. And it's like, so maybe I think most small businesses, that's where they are in the beginning, in the same mindset in the beginning. Not many people are like, hey, we're going to get into mobile grooming. We're going to blow it up with ads. We're going to hire a second groomer right away.
Sure.
Like that's like if you go in with intention of I'm investing in this kind of business.
But if you're watching or listening to a podcast called More Gooder, and maybe you're a little bit into business, you're maybe a little bit more that person.
So ideally, if I'm speaking to somebody who's like me, out of high school, in the back of a van, knowing I want more, but I don't really know what to do. Yeah.
I'm not saying like
prices and just put ads out.
Yeah.
And then you'll get to where you want to be faster. No, you're right. You're right.
What's the downside?
There's no downside. I think just being realistic on where people are in their journey in their first few years.
Sure. I also think it's better to learn all these lessons in the beginning. Like you just started running your own ads, right?
And you're kind of doing it, but yeah.
But you also never really did sales calls.
No.
What a good skill to have.
Yeah, it seems to be going all right.
I would say learning that month 1 is better than learning it year 10, 15.
Sure. But I was doing it in the beginning. I stopped doing it.
Okay, so you were doing it, but it was different. What was the difference?
The difference was like, it just, hey, I like you, or it wasn't like a sale. It was like, I got your number. I'm interested. When can you come?
Yeah, you weren't selling.
No.
You were setting appointments.
For sure.
Yeah, because you were overbooked.
For most of, most.
You had a supply issue.
I had a supply issue. Too much supply. Wait, what?
No, not enough supply. Too much demand, not enough supply.
Right.
So you didn't need to be salesy. In fact, like you kind of used to boast like, oh, like
I don't reach out.
I'm so booked, I don't even answer the phone.
Right. If they're calling me late, or like I call them back and they didn't return my
They're lucky if I answer the call ever.
And if I return their call at 9 o'clock at night, or 7 o'clock at night, and they didn't pick up, I'd be like, well, I'm not going to call again tomorrow.
Right.
Now it's like, I'm calling 3 times, and
I don't know. I don't see the downside.
All right. So what are we saying? What we're saying is, if you have aspirations to grow, you might as well just start thinking bigger, because you don't think big when you're small. Like, you just think like, how can I survive tomorrow or do a good job tomorrow?
I think I disagree with that. I think you kind of nailed it better.
Right.
You were like, just focus on the product, what you deliver. I think you stay pretty narrow. I don't think I maybe I don't know if we're not saying the same thing.
I know what you're saying.
I think you keep it super simple. Like if you were a mobile groomer, let's use the gym because we kind of getting boring with one example, right?
Okay.
Because a lot of people when I opened the gym would push me different ways. You personal training and children class and special needs class and this and that and people told me like turn the lights off and put neon like strobe lights and do it. No, I swear to God, they told me this. Like orange stairs, the lights off.
Who's they?
I can't tell you that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I think you do one product really, really well before you move on with a little ads behind it. That's all I'm saying. I don't think you need to start thinking of like, let me walk that back. In the beginning, when money, for most people, money matters.
Yes.
If you can make money on a client in 30 days on ads, so if you get $5 leads and it takes you 10 to close, it's $50 per client.
Sure.
And if you could profit more than that, then you could be in business for the rest of your life as long as you can make enough profit per client to sustain your bills.
For sure.
And I think ads might be the difference between people not going out of business and running out of their savings, whatever they're living off of.
I agree.
Because you were lucky enough to start when you were young and you were living at home.
Sure.
Some people start later.
What do you say to the person who doesn't want a big business and can I
love that.
Like operate one gym, don't want to do any advertising. We keep it small in-house. We just want the best product ever, and people will hear about us.
Yeah. So,
that's a thing anymore.
Not what I don't think what you said is.
Okay.
You said gym, which means you have to pay rent. Depends where you are.
Okay.
I don't think where we are, Long Island, New York, you can open up a gym. You're talking $5,000 to $15,000 a month for a small gym. You're not going to cover that in your first 6 months unless you're running ads.
Right.
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 Or and if you are, you have the money. You're not what we're talking about.
Right.
I think what you're talking about is more like, I'm a personal trainer. I'm going to show up to people's houses and everything is profit.
Right. Sure.
Can you pull that off? 100. I actually think that's probably more lucrative. I think if you were in your garage, in your basement, or go to someone's house, personal training, probably make more money than a small group fitness gym.
Sure.
Unless you are luxury personal,
right.
Luxury group fitness,
right.
Big money.
Fair enough. And even if I think what also is important, you were talking about the $5 leads and it takes 10 to close and
Yep.
$50. Even if you're kind of breaking even, if you were imagining yourself being a bigger or having multiple locations as a gym or something, these are the skills you need to build. So
100%.
even if you're breaking even or even losing a couple bucks at the end of the month, like it's not always going to be like that. You're going to get better at ads. You're going to get better at talking to people. You're going to get better at closing. So I think going through the process of it is the learning of making an ad, putting it out, calling the lead, booking the lead, closing the lead.
100%.
There's so much value in there, even if you're breaking even.
Yeah.
And you're going to need to do that if you want 3 locations.
Yeah. I think, yeah. But you're also going to need that. Somebody like said to me, not that, whatever, that like, oh, get a degree. People used to say, grow up, get a degree. Nobody can take that from you.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, it's kind of value. The value went down on degrees.
Right.
But there's no world. Well, maybe there is with AI, but skills are kind of like nobody can take those from you.
Unless you get a bike accident.
Well, there you go.
And you can't groom dogs anymore.
Right. But like the world can change where the school you went to or the degree you have matters less. Like you have you have people that are getting paid nice salaries.
Sure.
Where you can live on Long Island, New York, and have a family and a house.
Yes.
And how much do you care about college degrees?
Oh, me, I don't.
Okay.
Let me stop you for a second though, because if I like, let's say I traded in my dog grooming knowledge for veterinarian knowledge,
of course,
I'm 5xing my average ticket price right there. You know what I mean? I'm
that's a narrow lane for sure. There's a select few where that matters, right?
Or even Nicole, like she can my baby mama, she can get into, now that she's an NP, or she can go get a doctorate and then she can open up a clinic where she gives out Botox and shit like that.
100%.
So like that degree matters because that versus some girl that can do hair.
For sure.
Right? Because you're comparing it to like a girl who does hair.
But those are like requirements. Like you can't be an NP without the degree. You can't be a lawyer without passing the bar.
Right.
Right. A lot of fields don't have those gates. I feel like we kind of got off track.
A little bit.
Skills are really important, potentially more important. Regardless if they're more important or not, they're free. If you have the skill of how do I make good content, how do I put out ads, how do I evaluate if ads are working, like which ones perform better, how do I sell on the phone, how do I nurture leads. Somebody was talking about all these business ideas, right? And I was like, that's really cool and all, but like the problem with all your different ideas you have is like 90% of it is how can you market your business and how can you sell to those clients?
Yes, for sure.
Barring what you're talking about, like I'm the personal trainer, goes to people's houses. I don't need to grow that business. It kind of, once it's full, it's a job. You're buying, it's not a business, that's a job.
Correct.
But if you want to grow a business, you need to be able to market it and sell to those people. If you want to be an entrepreneur and you're listening to this for that, I mean, could you think of a better skill other than sharpening the skill that you're in?
No, that and then leadership.
Yeah,
leading a team, because if you're going to be a big company, you have to have a team. You're not going to do it by yourself.
So arguably, that's the most important thing.
Leadership.
Yeah, because these are not my words. I forgot who said this, but it was like, oh, if you can just get the smartest, best people to listen to you, to get them to do what you want them to do, what's better than that?
Right.
Like if you get the best salesperson, the best marketing person, the best, if they all do what you say, then you don't need to do anything other than get them to do what you say.
It's perfect. I love that.
Well, there you go.
Love that. That's my goal.
That's your goal?
I don't want to be good at anything but telling people what to do.
Stop hiring stupid people like me.
What are you talking about? It's going well. I think it's going well.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it's going great. I mean, I don't think we've maximized exactly what we should be doing with each of our times right now.
For sure.
I said that real dumb, but like I think at some point we'll be like, I can't believe we used to be like waste our time doing that.
For sure.
I think as we go, our lane of where we're working is going to narrow, kind of the same way where it goes. I had to do kid classes and this class.
As you get bigger, you narrow.
We're gonna narrow, like it doesn't make us any sense unless we're doing this. You're doing this, I'm doing this. Because right now, I mean, the other day you came in at 6 o'clock in the morning and I was washing dishes.
Yeah.
And you
We
just
were
started,
washing
you
dishes.
just started helping me.
Yeah.
And you were like, let's just get this done so we can get to the next thing.
But it's kind of important you understand every aspect of the business.
I love it. I love to do.
Yeah.
I love it. I love like the idea of like, let me talk to this girl about don't just stack those dishes, also dry those dishes. Because like you don't want the moisture getting trapped between the dishes.
Oh my God.
It's like so
Yes.
little tiny
Yes.
details, but you need to do it in order to explain it to people.
Yeah. You also like, you want to be efficient, you want to be effective. They just want to get paid and go home.
True.
Which is understandable.
90.
You were the worst employee I've ever met in my life when we worked together at
People
CVS.
say that.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe not the worst, but up there.
Pretty bad.
If you don't wash the dishes, you'll never be like, oh, this is actually kind of dumb the way this is set up, and it's not the employee's problem. There's nowhere to put there's no drying rack, or there's no this, or there's no that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You have to be involved in the process to some extent to realize.
And then maybe when you get big enough, you have someone who goes through all your operations for you, so you don't have to go there and do the dishes. You have someone going to the facility and seeing every single process, and they just stand there.
Yeah, but that person has to have done it or seen it to some extent. Did I tell you the FedEx or UPS story?
Yeah. Wait, is this the one where he's asking
take
people?
Ubers around?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the first.
So I forgot if it was one of those companies. Whatever the story is, the essence is.
Worst part of your day, trying to figure out what the friction points are in your day.
So you would take Ubers around or something, or taxi cabs, look for FedEx or UPS drivers, and like go up to them and be like, "What's the hardest part of your day? What's the biggest friction point?"
Mm-hmm.
Because they were in the know, and then he would relay that to like the operations team. You can't get that from an MBA or who are those smart people that consult things?
Right. I was going to say consultant. Is this where like you would be, where like, let's say at some point there was this enormous company that was buying up all the gyms or doggy daycares or something like that. Somewhere
PE firms.
PE
They ruin everything.
Somewhere where we have knowledge in the day-to-day operations. Like they go, we see where there's good ROI there. But we have no idea what's going on. We're going to hire Andy, or we're going to hire Dan to go through each one of these facilities, make sure they're doing the processes right, because they have the money and they understand there's ROI, but they don't have the knowledge of it.
Right.
So the consultant part of it, is that what they typically would do?
I don't think so. I have no idea.
How do you think they go in there when they buy up these places and figure out the processes? And they have to hire somebody that knows.
My assumption is that they're just trying to make money.
It's got to be more than that.
I don't think
trying to increase revenue and then resell.
But that's it. I think it's a game. Like, I don't think they go to your business and go, how do I make it the best, most well-oiled machine? I think they go, how do I buy it for X and make it worth more at Y and then sell it? And I think a lot so with CrossFit, they got bought up. They tripled the cost to affiliates.
Sure.
And they lower the level of service. CrossFit for the most part was media. If you ask anyone that you did CrossFit before endurance,
as people CrossFit
triathlete, you're an Ironman, half.
All right, let's just move on.
Okay. How did you get into CrossFit?
How did I get into CrossFit? Initially?
Yeah.
Or like the second time?
Whatever.
The first time?
How did you find it? Why did you join?
It was
CrossFit?
in the basement of a gym.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, there's loud music.
Yeah.
And there's people like screaming in there.
Okay.
With like no shirts on and stuff.
Okay, that excited you.
And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool.
But how did you get exposed to that?
It was in the basement of a normal gym.
Okay.
So you like walk past it on the way to the lockers and you're like, a bunch of psychos in there.
Yeah. And you like that.
I like that.
Got you. Okay, so that's a little different. I don't think most people are like adjacent to
I would have never known what it was.
Right.
Like I didn't get like anything. It was on my feed that was like, check CrossFit out.
Yeah. It used to pop up because of media, right? It started as a website where they just post a workout. And then somehow it grew to become massive. Anyway, long story short, CrossFit, really good media. They were on ESPN. Countless people saw it on ESPN, the games. They were like, oh, that's cool. I can do deadlifts and pull-ups. I'm going to go to a CrossFit gym.
Right.
Or good media on YouTube, and then whatever.
Okay.
They fired their media department. So so PE firm buys them, they triple the prices,
Right.
and they no longer have the media that drives the name of the company. Also, the CEO might have said a couple of bad things.
See, what was he saying? Racist stuff, or was he saying anti-Semitic stuff? It's one of the two.
It was actually like COVID and racism combined.
Nice, dude. It's either that or SAing somebody.
That's that's something. That's something.
That's what it is. It's saying racist stuff.
Yeah.
Saying or doing some SA. That's what takes a lot of people down, man.
Well, anyway, so the point is, the PE firm comes. CrossFit name is worth less. They're no longer. You used to be able to open a CrossFit gym, and you'd be full without ads because the name had a tremendous weight.
Bring it home.
And it was $1,500 a month.
Bring it home, baby.
Then they tripled the price, but the name has a third of the weight.
Okay.
So,
are you saying that they probably didn't hire consultants?
No, I'm saying that I'm saying they were consultants, and they probably made money on that flip.
You think so?
I don't think it worked out. But I think initially their revenues were higher.
Yes, but I don't think they dumped it off in time. I think
you asked what consultants do, and I think that's exactly what happened.
You think a consultant came up and cut things?
They go, you have raised prices.
But you're talking about maximizing revenue consultants, not maximizing efficiency consultants, or like how
I think
growing as.
I think that's all they do.
Really? Okay, that's fair.
I guess there are consultants that aren't. Maybe I'm getting a little twisted. You might be right.
Who knows? Yeah. Maybe we'll know one day when we go to sell.
True.
You know.
True.
So let's bring this all together.
Yeah. Let's bring it together.
Well, wait. What did put a?
We didn't have a topic.
No, we had a topic. What
was the topic?
I think most of the time we talked about a brand new business owner and ads.
Yeah.
And like, you were big on ads, and I was more big on like just figure out your process and do that as well as you can.
Sure.
I think that's the most.
I think the problem is it depends.
Certainly.
It depends on. I don't want to get too deep because we're getting towards the end, but like, if you need, because this is a whole nother rabbit hole, if you need time to get gooder, you might not want to run ads. Like if you're a dog.
When I was in the beginning and I needed 2-3 hours per dog, and the last thing I needed to do was to call leads at the end of the day.
Also, quality is lower. You go, I just need experience. Like I might be grooming
botching dogs.
I might be grooming hair for free.
Right.
Grooming dogs for free. Like, let me just do your dog for free. I'm going to learn. I'm going to be good. You'll see me. I'm going to classes. I'm going to seminars. That's what I'm spending my money on. And like, your dog may be a little botched, but I ain't going to cut it. I ain't going to hurt it.
I agree. I agree with that because I'm putting myself in that position back in the day where it's like the last thing I really needed in the beginning was more and more work. I needed like a couple of dogs a day and figure out my craft. But there was a point in my career where I go, okay, I just remember it. It was like, no matter what, I used to research dogs and search dogs before I got to the house. And what kind of dog is this? And how should it be? There was a point where I go, it doesn't matter what dog. I just have to be there at 2:00.
Sure. I guess the reason I said it depends is also a lot of people are employees. If you're a groomer for a company for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever, and now you want to be your own thing, then ads.
True.
Because you already know what you're doing.
True.
So consider running ads if you want more clients or you need more clients.
Or even experience running ads.
It's a good skill to have.
Yes.
But most importantly, get good at one thing.
Get good at one thing.
One thing.
Do it really well.
So
maximize your time with it.
Yeah. If you were to groom dogs, just groom in the beginning. Don't do the nails and everything right away. I know we're getting granular.
Granular, yeah.
Too much?
I think so.
Okay. Fair enough.
Blended on that. What do you say at the end of podcasts?
What do you say at the end of podcasts? I think this is important right now. I had a ton of fun. And I think we could do 100 of these.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll try to. I think in human nature, we start to like get back to the same things we like to talk about. So we should maybe like write something behind the camera, like Remember, this is a topic this week, you two assholes.
We also didn't agree on a topic before we started.
Right, we just kind of rolled.
I think we actually said, let's talk about the topic. We started talking about the topic and then just never stopped.
It just rolled right in. All right, cool. Good enough.